Guys, hi, welcome back once again from the Ash. Great to have you here. I'm really glad you're able to join me for what is a very, very exciting video. It may not look like it right now, but I'm actually in central London right now. This is Hyde Park. I'm here today because I go to uni in London once a week on a Monday, and actually today I finished a little bit early, so I thought I would do another TV locations video, which you guys have really enjoyed. I did one for the TV show Bridgerton, which is on Netflix, and the British classic Only Fools and Horses. I've done 3 videos on that. If you haven't seen those, do check them out. They are linked down below. And if you're new as well, please do subscribe, because I've got lots of other videos like this coming your way really soon. But as for today, we are going to be leaving the wilderness of Hyde Park and going to some locations that you may recognize from the hit TV show Friends, which filmed an episode here in season 4. You know the one, it was the one where Ross and Emily get married. It's a classic. It's actually the first Friends episode I ever saw, but it was filmed on location here in London, not here in the park. So we're going to go and look around London today, show you where it was filmed. All the locations are still accessible where they actually shot the episode a number of years ago now. I think it was, where it would have been over 20 years ago that it was actually filmed here. But before I can show you the Friends filming locations, I need to get out of this park. And anyone who's been to Hyde Park will know it's a bit of a wilderness. You know, you can easily lose yourself in the trails. So I'm going to find my way out, and then I'm going to show you where Friends, the London episode, was filmed. Let's go do it. So, first stop on the list, over my shoulder, is the London Marriott, Grosvenor Square, which is actually a very famous Friends in London location, because right here, where my finger is where Joey and Chandler are stood when they come out of the hotel for the first time, and this is where Joey has to go into the map so that he can find his way around London. So that happens right here. The interiors of the hotel were actually filmed on the studio set, but it is implied that the gang in Friends actually stayed here for Ross's wedding, so there you go. I mean, it probably would have been quite a different script if Google Maps had existed, but back then everybody still used paper maps. And so right here, Joey had to go into the map, because of course they went sightseeing, and we're going to see some of the spots they saw later on in the video. But there we go, there's the first one ticked off the list, London Marriott, Grosvenor Square. Tell you what though, Joey had a point. To find my next location, I'm going to need to go into the map as well, the Google map. Now then guys, this building behind me, Westminster Abbey, was high on Joey and Chandler's sightseeing list. Joey enjoyed it, Chandler not so much, and obviously Joey said that he was being a bit Westminster crabby. And when you think about it, Joey, when he was here with his camera, he was potentially one of the world's first vloggers as well, because that was in the 90s and Joey was doing it back then. So there you go, he was a trailblazer for people like me. But there it is guys, Westminster Abbey. Don't worry, they're not changing the name of it, as Chandler said, to put the camera away. It is just Westminster Abbey for now. Now, see the spot behind me right here? This is the Houses of Parliament, or the side of it anyway. And this, we talked earlier on about Joey being a vlogger before his time. This is where he managed to get a celebrity in his vlog. He was stood right here with Fergie baby. Little message to Chandler. She didn't like his hat though, did she? I don't know if this hat's any better, to be honest, but you know, it hides my messy hair. As you can see guys, an awful lot of construction work going on the building right now. It's been like that for a little while, but underneath here is where our government exists, somewhere in there. That's a few locations down. I'm going to jump on the tube now, go to the other side of London, where most of the episode was actually filmed. Let's go. I am literally just outside Tower Hill tube station, which is right there, and there's a sundial here. I'm fairly sure But right where I am now, with the Tower of London in the background right there, is where Joey and Chandler bought the famous hat, not this hat, Joey's hat, you know the one, and they bought it from Richard Branson. He was the guy that sold it to them. He had a little cameo in the episode, and I think the market stall was somewhere here. This area has changed quite a bit since obviously Friends was filmed, but I'm fairly sure this is the spot. It's got the height, and then you can see the Tower of London in the background. So if you want to come and visit this one, it's actually dead easy to find. You come straight out of Tower Hill tube station, which is literally there. I'm looking at the exit now, and you're here. So this is the spot where the famous hat was bought that embarrassed Chandler so very much. All of these, I don't think any of this plants and stuff was here. I think the concession stand that they bought the hat from was about here, where the underground sign is and where the bushes are. Because you can see the Tower of London in shot in the episode in the background. Like I say, the concession stand isn't here in real life. I think that was just there for filming, but there are quite a few of them in the area here. Where we are right now is a very touristy area of London. So you've got the Tower of London, you've got Tower Bridge, which we're going to go and see in a minute, the Shard, loads of different things here. And yeah, let's go and check out the next filming location. While I'm walking to the next location, perfect opportunity to ask you guys, what did you think of the Friends reunion? Comment down below what you thought of it. I actually was one of the people that really enjoyed it. I liked the way that it was put together. Some of the celebrity appearances were a little bit random, you know, Bieber, Cara Delevingne. Why? Lady Gaga, I kind of understood why she was in it, because she's a bit of a, you know, like a modern day Phoebe. But some of the others that were in it I thought were a little bit random. But there you go. It was overall done very, very well. It was nice to see Jack and Judy Geller, or Christina Pickles and Elliot Gold, as they're known, their actual real life names. But I really enjoyed it as a whole. It was very emotional. Some of the behind the scenes footage I thought was really, really special. Particularly that shot of them getting out of the fountain and people giving them like towels to dry themselves and stuff. I love seeing all that sort of stuff. So I really enjoyed it, but let me know in the comments down below what you thought. Anyway, I'm gonna stop chattering on about that because I've just reached the next Friends location. Now this one was actually quite tricky to find. This is in an area of London called Wapping, which is quite close to Tower Bridge, not too far, about a 10-minute walk. And the road I'm actually walking along right now is where Ross, Emily and Monica walk along here and have a conversation about the wedding, which is coming up in a few days, and they're talking about whether or not they should go for chicken Kiev or salmon. I've actually got a salmon and cream cheese bagel in my bag right now. Didn't plan that, just happened to have bought one for lunch and haven't eaten it yet. But anyway, this is the road right here. They come to this gate. You'll probably remember this gate in the episode as well, which is actually open in the episode, but it's locked today, so I'm going to need to find another way around. And on the other side of the gate, let me show you what we find. There it is, guys. It's the church that Ross and Emily got married in. Well, the exterior of the church anyway. I think the interior was filmed on a set, but this is what was used as the exterior. I think when they filmed it as well, they made the church behind me look a little bit more tatty, because it is certainly in one piece, and in the episode it looks like it's falling apart, so they did a bit of magic on that one. Took a little bit of finding this one. It wasn't really on any maps or anything, but you know, Google Maps is your friend. Just like Joey, I had to go into the map to find this one. Oh, there you go, guys. It's not a church, it is actually apartments now. Really important to remember that actually if you're going to visit the church, which is right there, or the road, the cobbled road that I showed you before, where Ross, Monica and Emily had that conversation, important to remember this is where people live. You know, this is people's home, so if you're going to come, be respectful, and just bear that in mind always, that people do live here, so we need to you know, be respectful of the area. However, let's move on now. We're going to go and have a look at the next one. It's just around the corner, and I think you'll recognise it. There we go, guys. I know you know what this one is. This is Tower Bridge, of course. World famous, one of the most famous tourist attractions in London, one of the most visited tourist attractions in London, and it does appear in Friends as well. Joey and Chandler go across this bridge on one of them, a double-decker It's actually an open top bus. That one's not an open top one. But Joe and Chandler go across it while they're sightseeing, while Joey's vlogging, you know, annoying Chandler with the camera, much like I do with my friends and family. They go across this bridge right here. So there you go, it's in Friends, and of course it's very, very famous. You can walk across it as well. I think you can go up and book it to go up into the towers here as well, which I've never done. There you go, guys. As you can see, you can drive across the bridge quite comfortably, but you can also walk across. I'm not going to walk all the way across because my tube is actually back that way, but you can do it, and I just wanted to show you what it's like on top of the bridge. It's pretty cool. That's another one ticked off the list, and that is actually the final one I'm going to be doing in this video. I think I've done all the locations. I don't know if I've missed any out. Comment them down below and I'll come back for a part 2. It's not a problem. I like London and I like Friends, so I'll do a part 2 for you, no worries. But I think I've got them all. Guys, I've come down to the banks of the River Thames to say thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate you coming here, clicking on this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it was a trip down memory lane for what I think is one of the best episodes of Friends ever made. Guys, my camera battery just died, but I'm still here. Subscribe if you're new. Give the video a like. I'll see you really soon for another video. I like making these types of videos, particularly in London. So if you've got any other TV shows, movies, etc. that you want me to try and find the locations from, drop a comment down below and I'll see what I can do for you. Thanks for visiting the channel. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.